correlation on these values, but we didn't get a significance value for the correlation to see whether it was statistically significant or not. And unfortunately in Microsoft Excel, when we run the correlation procedure through the data analysis toolpack, it does not give us a p-value, so we can't assess whether a given correlation is statistically significant or not. But thankfully there is a workaround here, and what we need to do is, if we go to regression and select that, we can obtain a p-value this way. Now what we'll do is, notice there's two boxes here, input Y range and input X range. For input Y range, we'll go ahead and select the exam grade values, and I'm also going to select the label or the variable name in the first row here, exam grade. Next, click in the input X range box here, and then select hours studied and all the values there. And then be sure, if you do select the variable names as I have here, be sure to select labels. Okay, that looks good. Let's go ahead and click OK. And then here we get our output. I'm going to expand this a little bit just to the values we need. There's a lot of information here, but I really only need a few values. And let's go ahead and highlight those here. First of all, let's make this font a little bit bigger so it's easier to read. All right, and then we'll expand what we need here. Okay, now first of all, if you watched the last video on obtaining the correlation, under where it says multiple R, in regression, if we have just two variables, like we do in this correlation example where we have hours studied and exam grade, then with two variables, the multiple R is just identical to the Pearson R. So notice how this is also, once again, 0.86. So we could really just run regression to get our correlation if we look under multiple R here. Now for the p-value, what we want to do is we can go to the ANOVA table, and under significance here, this is our p-value. And it is very small there. Now, just in case you're interested, there is also the exact same p-value when we have just two variables. Also is located under hours studied where it says p-value. So notice how these two are the exact same here. Significance F and p-value. They're identical. Now what we're going to do here is we'll use alpha of 0.05. And the decision rule is as follows. If our p-value is given by the significance F, or p-value right here, if it's less than 0.05, then the correlation is statistically significant. And since 0.0001 is definitely less than 0.05, that indicates the correlation is in fact significant. Since this correlation coefficient of 0.86 is statistically significant, that means that there's a significant positive relationship between hours studied and the grade on the exam.